Chiro Cracks, chiropractics for everyone.
You're having some back pain and it's kind of going into your tailbone area.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about what's going on.
The pain's been going for like, I would say 2 years, maybe even 3 years long. I used to be a dancer and I used to do ballet until like 4 or 5 years ago. So maybe it's because like I wasn't stretching and stuff like that. After I stopped, I was like cold turkey, like not doing any movement. It's not constant, but it starts to happen when I do things like packing and unpacking for a trip and like walking through the airport and doing things like that, or like cleaning, like deep cleaning my apartment and getting up and down and like using my back. 3 weeks ago, I started to feel it in my tailbone. It's like the right side of my tailbone.
Yeah, kind of where your low back and your hips come together.
Yeah, man, it hurts.
Yeah. And is that pain more of like a dull, achy tightness? Is it sharp?
It almost feels like when you need to crack your knuckles and you can't, like that pain.
It's just hung up. That sounds like a pretty common description of what we'd call an SI joint syndrome. It's this bone right here, this triangular shaped bone between both of your pelvic bones. And these joints here between your sacrum and your ilium is called the SI joint. And when you're walking around doing things, you should have this kind of nice, natural little sway to your pelvis when these joints are moving properly. Sometimes something can happen. It can either be repetitive stress, it can be what you do for work, it can be certain positions that you're in during the day, but you just kind of jam this joint up a little bit and then it's not moving properly. And when that happens, the stress that should be kind of being distributed across the whole low back and through your hips and everything, it kind of focuses here and it puts more strain on some of the other areas because they're not taking up slack the way they should. The good news is that this is one of those things that's pretty easy to fix with chiropractic, is we can go in there and just adjust that joint. Once it's moving properly, you'll stop having that stabbing pain, feeling so hung up there. That's definitely what we're going to focus on. And then did you only want me to take a look at your low back, or do you want to do like your neck, your mid back and everything today too?
I'm scared about the neck. It's not making sense in my brain. How can you crack my neck and I'm not like paralyzed?
Yeah, it's not like the movies. Every joint in your body has what we call a joint capsule, and that has dissolved nitrogen gas in it. Just like your fingers crack when you create a space in the joint capsule, that gas kind of makes a sound. Same thing in your back, same thing in your hips. So the cracking sound is almost like when you open a soda and you hear the ch from opening a soda. It's not bones breaking or anything actually crunching or cracking. It's just a little release of gas. Some people call them joint farts. Getting your neck adjusted is very safe, it's very comfortable.
Okay, I'll do it. How often do you think I should come to keep that?
Yeah, it just depends for everybody. I recommend for everyone roughly once a month. That's whether something's bothering you or not, because out of like 365 days of the year, to take 12 days just to make sure that we're coming in, taking care of our spine, staving off arthritis and degeneration, it's super worth it. I go get adjusted once or twice a month, even if nothing's bothering me. For something like this, we'll just see how well you respond today. If you get up and it's just like gone, then maybe once or twice a month.
Okay.
Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's just kind of see what's going on. Let's start by seeing how well you move. We'll take a look at your neck and your low back. Sit up tall. You're gonna bring your chin down to your chest as far as you can. And then look up to the ceiling back as far as you can. Look over your right shoulder as far as you can. And then your left. We're turning pretty good there. And let's have you stand up. You're gonna reach down and touch your toes. Bend backwards as far as you can. And does that make that pain any worse in the hip when you bend back like that? We're moving pretty good. So let's see how all your joints are feeling. We'll have you lay face down. Your face goes right here where the paper is. And then there's a little handle for you to grab right there by my foot. Everything comfortable?
Yeah.
Definitely tight up here. And then what about here if I press on this hip? Any pain?
A little bit on my left side.
And what about if I go here?
A little bit on my right side.
What about if I go right here in the middle?
Yeah, that hurts.
We're definitely stuck there. So that's part of what we're going to focus on for today. And let's have you roll onto your back for me. And let's see how your neck feels. Not too bad. We're a little bit stiff up here. You might be able to feel that. So here's a question. I know you're nervous about adjusting your neck, right? So do we want to rip the Band-Aid and do the neck first, or do you want to do everything else first?
You decide.
Okay, we'll do the neck first. We're going to find the tightest area. I'm just going to go here and give you a quick little move. Eyes closed for me, nice and relaxed.
Oh my God. Woo! That wasn't that bad. Very crunchy. It's more like shocking than anything.
Not so much like painful or anything. Nice and easy.
It's exactly like cracking your knuckles.
It's pretty pleasant.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's scoot you down a little bit. We're gonna get into these ribs here. For this one, your hand's gonna go on your collarbone, and then this arm is gonna reach down my back, kind of like you're trying to grab the top of my pants. Give me a little hug here. Perfect. Then just relax your arm. Okay. Deep breath in. Out. Loose shoulder, let it all go. Good. For this one, we're just gonna cross our arms. Breathe in. Out. All right.
Dang.
How are we feeling there?
Good.
So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that low back, specifically where your tailbone connects to those bones. So let's have you roll on your side. Your head's gonna go on this kind of like a little pillow. Your bottom leg is gonna be straight, and then your top leg is gonna be bent. I'm gonna pull you off this arm a little bit. This hand's gonna go on your belly, and then this arm's gonna go overhead, just like that. We're gonna adjust right here on this hip joint. Big breath in, out.
Damn. Wow. Wow. It's like I have a new back.
And then let's face this way.
Am I supposed to feel it on the left side after that?
Yeah, now let's bring that bottom hip forward just a little bit more. And then we're gonna go right through there, and then this one goes up. Breathe in, out. We'll have you lay flat, and we're gonna adjust your hip joint, because that also affects going all the way up. Have your hands on your belly. I'm gonna give you a little pull on your leg. Nice and loose. Not too bad, right? Feeling okay?
Yeah.
Last one, our big decompression. Lift that head up and then set it down for me. Now when I pull here, no pain or anything, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm very nervous about this one.
We'll take it easy on you. Here and here. Deep breath in. Out. Everything loose.
Woo. That was nice. It's like the worst one is the nicest one. It
Crazy.
looks terrifying.
How we feeling?
Great. Awesome.
Let's try some of those movements. Go ahead and do your toe touch. Then your back bend. And how's that feel compared to before?
Looser. A little bit more air going through.
And let's have you have a seat. Do your chin down to your chest. And then look up to the ceiling. And then over each shoulder. Looks way smoother. So what do we think of our first chiropractic experience?
Yeah, that was great. Not as scary.
Everything felt good. Your joints are moving well. You're young. You're healthy. It looks like you're taking care of your spine and taking care of yourself. That space on the right side of your SI joint was a little sticky. So I would probably recommend, if you can, coming in probably next week. And then after that, we'll taper you down to 2 weeks. And after that, we'll try like once or twice a month, just depending on how you feel.
Awesome. Yeah.
So,
Can I book my next appointment here?
oh yeah, absolutely. So we can take care of all that.